Very well, welcome back to Let's Play Keepsake. Last time, we completed our third and last trial. We're now officially a student and we entered the upper section of the academy. We took a look around, but couldn't really do a lot. Because the problem is that this section of the academy is governed by teleporters. This is how you get around. So we could only explore a small section of it. However, today, we can enter Celeste's room and see if we can find Lydia's friend or any clue that will help us find her.
Of course, it would have been too easy for Celeste to be in her room. And she left no clue that could tell us where she is right now. I'm starting to believe that I will never see her again.
I can't stand to keep this to myself anymore. Lydia, there is something I must tell you. The last time I talked to Celeste, she was really sick.
Talk to her? You know Celeste?
Well, not really. We only spoke to each other 2 or 3 times and...
Where is she?
I don't know.
Liar!
I swear I don't know where she is.
And I bet you don't know what's going on in this school either, huh? Zach, why are you lying to me?
I'm not lying.
Do you really think I'm that stupid? You've been lying to me since I met you. I don't know what you are exactly, but I do know you're not a teacher's familiar.
Letting
you out of that wooden case was a mistake, one that I'll fix right now. You'll stay locked in there as long as it takes you to tell me the truth about yourself and what is going on in this damn school.
Promise me that you will let me out first. Then I'll explain everything. Okay. I'll talk first and then you let me out. My name is really Zach, but I'm not a teacher's
I'm so glad that you finally found time for me, Father. This view is breathtaking, isn't it?
It certainly is, my daughter. I didn't take time to enjoy your presence recently, my dear.
I have something to confess, Father. But please don't be mad at me.
Usually when you ask me that, Celeste, it's because you know I will get mad. So, no, I won't promise anything.
All right, Father. I just wanted to tell you that I found a portrait of Mother in the basement.
How could you? I had strictly forbidden you to touch your mother's belongings.
I know, but I miss her so much. Elvandar thinks we look so alike we could have been mistaken for sisters. Is it true?
Your mother is at peace where she is. Do not disturb her anymore. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do.
No! Don't leave yet, Father. Stay with me. What have I done to make him act like that?
I have waited long enough. Give it to me now, Zach.
Zach?
Yes, Master Nathaniel. But why did you not take it yourself?
Give it to me now. Finally, no one's mind will be able to hide anything from me.
What are you doing, Master Nathaniel?
Just like me, you never really knew my daughter. You are of no use to me anymore. Now, forget everything that happened, young Nightingale.
Zack Nightingale? Where did I land again? Zack? Zack, I have some questions for you. Oh yeah, I locked him up in Celeste's room. I better find my way back to him quickly, before he breaks anything in there.
Before we move on, it's complaint time. This cutscene, this one vision, this is supposed to be the big reveal. We got so many hints as to Zack's true nature throughout the game, and they were really explicit, but we didn't really get to know who exactly he was. Now we know. Now we know that he was not a dragon, but a student. We know his identity now. He's Zack Nightingale. Like the great, amazing Nightingale, who in the past founded the school alongside his friend Winter Owl. This is supposed to be one of the most important scenes in the entire game, yet the voice acting is horrible. It is the worst. In the Italian version, it is leagues better, especially Nathaniel. Like Nathaniel in this version, like he has a bit of a, like authority in his voice. You can feel it a bit, but it's not really that great. In the Italian version, he is pissed. He is pissed in the Italian dub. Like you're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear the difference. You can like hear the tone of voice in the Italian one. He's fucking pissed. It's not like, give it to me now. It's like, give it to me now. He's feeling a lot more in the Italian dub. And at least that made it a bit justice. Because, again, that's supposed to be one, if not the most important vision in the entire game. I really like the Italian dub a lot better than the English one. There are some voices that I prefer the English one. Lydia's one of them, but it's not like the one in English. It's not like the English one is terrible. I mean, it's not like the Italian one is terrible. I just like the English one more. It's a matter of preferences. She sounds a lot younger in the Italian one. And that's just how it is. But it just depends on the voice actor, I guess. But like Nathaniel in the Italian version, god damn it, he's much better. It's a relief to hear him talking Italian and actually feel like he's supposed to be like a man with like this imposing tone, and then in certain cutscenes and in others he's supposed to be like very pissed, like in this one. He's supposed to be he's supposed to have like commanding tones. Yeah, in the English version it mostly fails at this, and the Italian one doesn't. It's much better. Oh well, complaint time is over. Let's move on.
Huh? Hey, this creature looks just like the one that flew right over me when we opened the door to the study. Zack? How is this possible?
I want to apologize to you, Lydia. I really deserve to be locked up again. You were right. I've lied to you since the first moment we met. I can't tell you how bad I feel about that, especially after everything you've done for me.
Zack, please, look at me. Honestly, Zack, who or what are you?
I'm not a teacher's familiar, and I never was a dragon either. I'm human, just like you. Just one student among the hundreds of others living in this academy.
Why did you try to convince me you were a dragon?
Because of my looks, I never really had any friends in my life. It has always been like this since I was young. Kids kept laughing at me instead of trying to get to know me. Dragons are so beautiful and everyone respects them. I figured that if I could become a dragon, people would have no choice but to show me respect. So I started to work on a shape-shifting potion.
So that was your notebook we found?
Yes. No one forced me to drink the potion, Lydia. I did it myself.
That still doesn't explain why you were locked up.
After I drank my potion, I fell unconscious, just as I did after I drank the potion you brewed for me. When I woke up, I was locked up in the wooden case where you found me, with students laughing about what they'd just done to me. They left a few minutes after saying it was time to go somewhere, and I haven't heard or seen anyone else, other than you, since.
How did you escape from Celeste's room?
I started to tell you who I truly was when I heard you leave.
Yes, I had another vision.
I kept scratching and yelling your name, but nothing would make you come back. So, as I was trying to figure out how I could escape from the room so I could explain myself to you, I felt a presence behind me.
You mean a student found you?
Unfortunately not. I came face to face with the ghost of the school.
Zach, ghosts don't exist.
Believe what you want, Lydia. I know it was a ghost. Anyway, I hid under the bed. I was scared like I've never been before. After a few minutes with nothing happening, I took a peek into the room. The ghost had vanished and the door was open. So I found my courage and went looking for you. I was worried. I found you in the teleport room using one of them to come here. So I followed.
Why didn't you tell me you knew Celeste?
Because when I saw you were a new student, I hoped we would become friends, since you didn't know me yet.
What does that have to do with you knowing Celeste?
Everything! I knew that as soon as you found Celeste, you would forget about me.
Zach.
So I decided to say nothing of Celeste to keep your attention on me, hoping you might forget her. But I realize now that all those lies cost me the only chance I had to become your friend.
You know, Zach, it is possible to have more than one friend at the same time. And even when Celeste and I are reunited, we can be friends. Now, can you tell me what happened in this cursed place?
I honestly don't know, Lydia. It must have happened while I was locked up.
Didn't you hear anything during your confinement?
No, nothing. This is all so weird.
Then I will need your help, my friend. We must find what happened here and try to save everyone if they are in danger.
My friend? Now that sounds good.
We better keep going. But from now on, no more lies. You'll tell me everything that you know that could help us in our investigation.
I promise, my friend.
Now that Zach has exposed all of his backstory, we know pretty much all about him, if not everything. There are two things I want to say. First of all, if Zach is a student and passed the third trial of facing his worst fear, how come he's still scared of heights? Well, he's scared of many things, you could say, and you could say that, well, maybe he passed, but he still had that fear. He still like he got even further traumatized or something like that. But yeah, that is a little bit of a plot hole that is not really explained. The second thing I want to do is go into a little bit of a tangent. This game has one central theme that is the loneliness, and how different characters deal with it in different ways. Zach is a lone person. He is being lonely for most of his life. He's desperately searching for a friend, and he resorted to shape-shifting to try and like get accepted. And he then lied to Lydia in order to get a friend in all possible ways. Lydia herself and Celeste are separated and are forced to stay away from each other for a long time. And when she comes here, Lydia is desperately searching for her, and we can assume Celeste is also desperately waiting for Lydia. There are other cards that are also dealing with loneliness in different ways. If you remember Elvander is a creature that is slowly getting forgotten by man. He's living his existence in that glade in the forest, forgotten by everyone. And he deals it in its own unique way. He just stands there and watches over the forest in silence. He doesn't complain about that. He doesn't seem to mind. Nathaniel is another interesting character, but we'll talk about it much later, because I don't want to just describe all of Nathaniel's struggle right now when we kind of have to do it at the end of the game, because that's where we're gonna the game really explains that, or yeah, I think that's the correct word.
Have you ever heard the story of the chimera you faced in your first trial?
No, I never heard it. Isn't this chimera just a statue?
Oh no, it's much more than that. It was once a creature of flesh and blood.
No way.
I swear it's the truth. Since the beginning of time, the chimera was one of the most feared creatures of the entire known world. And when Nightingale and Winterowl came into the Vale to build the school, they had to deal with one that was living in a nearby cave. Fortunately, they managed to capture it and confined it in the stone prison using the mighty power of Orlos, the Earth Magic rune. As a scary reminder of humanity's own fragility, Nightingale and Winterowl used it to test the candidates coming to study in their academy.
Wow, that's an awesome story.
It is, Zach, but I was kind of going on a tangent there. How dare you interrupt me? How dare you interrupt the Let's Player? How dare you interrupt the host? So, yeah, the last character that I wanted to just spend a few words on is Mustavio. Mustavio comes here, he used to, see and deal with a lot of people, yet he finds nothing, and he's desperate. He has, this desperation of finding the customers. And he's so desperate, he ends up, begging Lydia a lot, and then bugging Lydia a lot, and then he will also go into the school, do some things that is forbidden to him, something that's forbidden to him. He just goes into the school, does that, because he's so sick, he needs to find someone. He's also in desperately search of someone to escape his loneliness. So really, that is a very big central theme in the game. Anyway, we could check this, but we can't do anything with it before we check this thing.
Now that's interesting. Zach, have you ever read this plate?
Yeah, I gave it a look during my alchemy classes. It says that ingredients can be substituted when brewing potions, but it's all lies.
Why?
When I brewed my own potion, I couldn't find the Hedon flower, so I took a piece of bark from the tree and thinking it would work because of this stupid plate.
I knew it was you.
Yes. I'm guilty.
Well, you will come back with me to see Alvandar and apologize to him.
I will, Lydia. So as I was saying, after I drank the potion, I wasn't changed into a dragon like I was supposed to. Instead, I changed into a wolf.
If you would have read this all the way to the end, you would have never drank that potion.
What are you talking about?
It is written here, and I quote, "Magical ingredients can be substituted in potions, except when brewing invisibility and shape-shifting brews."
No way! Are you kidding?
I'm totally serious.
Darn. Well, I guess we can take this as a good sign. If we find more ingredients, we can brew potions and try until I turn back into a human.
Indeed. So here's what I'm thinking. Map. Wait. Sorry, map. I'm there. So, okay, so this is where we came from. Okay. This teleport is now active. Doesn't change that much because we saw this teleporter before. So that really doesn't change much. But we can take the teleport that's over here, the yellow one. This yellow one is now active. It's not like we could have used it before, but here's what happens every time you use a teleport. There. There's a video.
How come this teleport pad is working and the last one I tried wasn't?
Good question.
It's a bit tricky. I'll explain what I know when we reach the main teleport room.
And where is this main teleport room?
I'm not sure exactly, but if we follow the working teleport pads, we'll end up in it eventually.
Now you can see why this part can be obnoxiously long to travel through.
Talk about luck! This is the room I meant! Now let's just find a way to get down to the bottom floor.
So every time you step through a teleporter, you have to watch that cutscene. And the longer you have to, like, the longer the distance you have to teleport to, the longer the cutscene. And you have to watch it every single time. And if you're lost in this place, you don't know where to go, you'll just be walking around everywhere, watching those cutscenes hundreds of times. That's why it's obnoxious to just go around this area. If you don't know what you're doing. If you do, not really. Anyway, down we go.
Now tell me what can be useful to know about this room, Zach.
All of the teleport pads are controlled from here. Teachers can lock or unlock them using the device which is surrounding us.
What must we do to unlock all of the teleport pads?
That I have no clue about. Only the teachers know how this works. The only thing I can add is that the teleport pads are separated by colors, as you've probably already noticed. This allows the teachers to control where the students can or can't go.
Right, before we do the puzzle that is here, let me go over here and think, no, okay, yes, you can, like, go out here and, like, there's some dead ends that you can explore, and you'll be able to kind of look outside. Wait, hang on, can I actually, is there, like, more to see here? No, you just go back, okay. One of these will lead you back out, I think it's this one. Was it this one? No. Where's this the one that leads you back? Is it this one? Is it down here? Alright, yeah. This leads you back here, which in turn will put you back at the teleporter where we entered the area from the Minotaur room. And there it is. But we want to go back to that room, because from that room we're able to activate or deactivate certain teleporters. Now, I'm not sure if you can skip this puzzle completely and not do it and only, like, activate the teleporters that will lead you where you want to go, and then come back here when you want to change that. It might be possible, but I don't know. Instead, what we're gonna do is we're gonna activate all of them. There are 4 columns that you can use to switch the colors. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm starting from this one though. This one displays yellow, so let's rotate that. Every column has 4 different positions. One of them is always empty, like that one. So that will turn that off.
Lydia, I think you've locked them all.
That was kind of the purpose, Zach. Shut up.
Jeez.
That was kind of intentional. What does this one have? This one has... it is off. So other than the off one, the other faces of the columns have different dots that are on. This is off. Perfect. That's what I want. And this is off. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to start from this one. So I'm going to go around and show you all the different combinations that you can have on this column, just so you get an idea. See, this is what you're going to see. Only parts of the colors. There's only one that has like a full teleport pad completely colored. Otherwise, you're going to only get parts. So your goal is to combine the different columns in order to light up all the lights. So what you should do, if you want to do it normally, this is what you should do. You should look at all the columns and note all the different combinations that each one can have. And then figure out which is the combination that lights up all the panels. Now, in this case, I don't think there are multiple solutions. I'm pretty sure there's not. There's only one solution. I want the next one, please, game. Not this one. This is not the one I want. But I have one solution, so I'm gonna use that one. This is the one I want. Perfect. Then I'm gonna go to this one. And I'm gonna do... Let's see. It's not this one. As you can see, this one light here, the top red, actually turned off. Because if there are two lights, like if this one light has the top red and this one also has the top red, they cancel out and it turns it off. So if I go to the third column and light the top red light, it will turn on. But I don't want this one. Let's see, is it the next one that I want? Nope. Then it's the third. I got the yellows.
You've unlocked the yellow teleport pads.
Yay, but that's not what we want. We want all of them. Right, that's the one we want. Then we'll do that. Let's go over here. Now let's see. The third column. Not the one we want. We want the one that has two dots. It has a yellow and the... Is it this one? Nope, it's not this one. The next one is very similar. It's still a yellow and a blue, but in different positions. Yeah, this is the one we want. Because that completes yellow and blue.
You've unlocked both the blue and yellow teleport pads.
Yeah, thank you for stating the obvious. And we want this because this one is the only column that activates, fully activates one color. There you go.
Nice! You've unlocked all the teleport pads.
So really, it's just three, because you're only looking at these three, because the faces of this one last column are either all red, all yellow, or all blue. So you can find, with the other three, you can find a combination that lights two of them, then you can use the other one to light the remaining one. With that, we have enabled all the teleporters in the second part of the academy, so we can freely travel wherever we want. And next time, on Keepsake, we're going to take another tour of the upper section of the academy. Now that we can go wherever we want, we're just going to go on a bit of a sightseeing and see all the different places that are over here. See you all next time on Keepsake.
Ho già aspettato fin troppo. Dammela, Zack.
Zack?
Sì, maestro Nathaniel. Ma perché non l'avete presa voi stesso?
Dammela immediatamente.